Hey guys, it's Billy and Bonsai, and thank you for watching my navigating reality videos. In today's video, I want to talk about ending the separation from mind and reality. So we have to understand that when you truly wake up is when you realize that your mind creates your reality and that your brain is like a mirror. So everything that you think about and you believe reflects back to you in your physical reality. And the way that you become aware of yourself is by studying your mind and how that energy, those thoughts, create an experience in physical reality. And so we create our life through people, places, things, times, and events because we are consciousness and energy, and we create time with thought and experiences with energy. So when you look at your reality, your canvas, your film or your movie that you are creating as a producer, director, and actor for yourself, the things that you want to experience in your future are due to the beliefs and thoughts that you experience in the present. And if you have anything in your past that's holding you back in terms of negative emotions or limiting beliefs about yourself, then it's hard to create a new future that isn't similar to your past. It becomes muddled and kind of mixed in. It's not as pure of a new experience as it can be. And then by becoming aware of your thoughts and beliefs, then you can understand how you feel and your energy. And when you're in one with your energy and you go on this inner journey, you become aware of who you really are and what you allow in your mind in terms of unconscious and conscious behavior. Because we have to really work on this to end this separation from mind and reality, because that's the duality that we all experience in life. We all believe that there is two sides of a coin when really there is only one side, and that is your consciousness and energy creates your entire physical reality. Your movie that you experience in awakening and then when your curtains open is due to your habitual thoughts and feelings about yourself and others. And you have to really start to believe in yourself and have a disciplined mind where if there is a limited thought that comes up, you know how to use alchemy to replace it and auto-suggest it with a new positive thought. And the thing that's really helping me is when you have a lot of negative thoughts, or especially I live in New York and there's a bunch of astral thought forms all around me because of the population. And so most of the time I find myself dealing with thoughts that aren't even mine, in terms of a lot of fearful, negative thoughts. And that's why I go to the park every morning, to clear my own mind, to create my own thoughts, or even just to be able to observe what's happening inside of me by being in nature and playing with this little sleepy guy. Always helps me to become aware of what I'm thinking and feeling, and if it's really serving or benefiting me, because I don't want anything in my mind that holds me back from a happy and joyful life. And so you have to become aware of the thoughts and the feelings that create that within you, because that's your altered ego saying, if you see someone, you're like judging them or accusing them or being hateful or annoyed by them because of their maybe fearful or angry, ignorant behavior of themselves, you have to let them have their own experience because they're creating their own movie. They're an amateur filmmaker, not knowing that they could become a award-winning filmmaker if they just believed and become aware of the scripts that they're writing and rehearsing to themselves every night. And then you begin rehearsing new lines, become greater and greater at this role, at this new state of being that you're looking to attain by working on your inner states of being. Because the outside world is just a reflection of our inside world. And so the more that you can focus on the inner self, the more you can have a greater life in physical reality, because it's all a mirror of the greatness within you. And you have to be aware that sometimes you don't use it to your best advantage. Sometimes we are ignorant and we allow our power to abuse us and treat us in ways that are similar to how we have been taught to treat ourselves, from the public, from the news and media, from our family and our karma. So we have to work on creating a heightened belief, a new belief in ourselves that you have to discipline and practice over and over, so there is no limiting thought or belief that gets in the way of it, because everyone can manifest a positive experience for yourself. You can always see the good in your mind and what you're capable of, rather than the war and the limiting thoughts in your head. It's just that you have to spend time and invest in yourself to become aware of your own energy and what you're using it to experience in your physical reality. Because no matter what, we all want love, nurturing, and support, and motivation and momentum to keep our life going in a positive direction. And the only thing that's keeping us from being awake to ourselves, instead of our ignorance of our own spiritual capability, these unseen forces of our thoughts and feelings and emotions, you have to become aware of that power. And so you can't let those thoughts or emotions control you anymore. Any thought of lack, you have to replace with the abundance that is in your life. You have to be able to change the direction of your focus, instead of seeing the lack and the disharmony, to then see the harmony and the beauty around you, even when it's so difficult. And when there's a war happening all around you, your goal is to just find the joy and the knowingness that if you keep on focusing your child, your idea, your manifestation, your new state of consciousness with this loving attention and excitement, like a child, or like something that you're giving as a gift to yourself. And if you can just focus on that with so much one-pointedness, belief, and love of yourself and your creative ability, then that's all your life will turn into. And that's the path of enlightenment, this path of this new state of consciousness and this new energy age and this magnetic age of harmony and of peace and of love and unconditional love, or anything that comes up inside of you. You know how to balance it because you're loving, you're in harmony, to then create the harmony. And that's how you create balance and oneness, is to balance both the good and the bad into a state of peace, into a state of non-duality, of knowing everything is what it is, and that you can experience life in that kind of freedom and that peace by just being attentive and aware of yourself and what you allow in the mind. Because that's the beauty and the amazement that I find from doing this work and connecting to like-minded people, is that you find so much more joy and childish excitement about everyday little things. And the only things that kind of give me a negative experience or thoughts that kind of come up are, I know I've been conditioned, and in my past lives I probably have accumulated a lot of judgments about myself and other people, because sometimes I have a lot of judgments about other teachers, other coaches, other spiritual practices and stuff, because I somehow think that we should all reach a potential before we kind of learn and share things that we haven't mastered yet. And that's only from my own experience of being an athlete and of being a leader in terms of a creative and a photographer and a filmmaker, is that if you can talk the talk, but if you're not walking the walk, then you're doing more damage than good to anyone that is inspired by you, or at least follows you in your work. I find integrity to be very important, because I also know from my lessons and my life experience that has been the one thing that has kept me in a more disciplined and happy state of being. And it's also a higher state of consciousness to have integrity and to know who you are and what you are able to share and teach other people, because you've experienced it, rather than knowing the words and lines from other people and becoming a duplicate, a copycat, or a unoriginal, disposable, creative being. Because I think the more in tune with you, and the more that you are in tune with yourself and your spirit, the more that you're able to create something new and thought-provoking and groundbreaking and inspirational from a place of purity, because it's coming from within you and not outside of you, and you can feel that. And that's why I love doing this work, because I want everyone to feel, because that is who you are. The depth of that feeling is the depth of the dimensions inside of you. And if we can reach higher, heightened states of these emotions and feelings, then those heightened emotions and realities will become our future. And that's what I'm excited about. Imagine a reality where we had no limitations in the mind. All we thought was loving, peace, creative ability, and expressions of it, because now we're able to express our spirit, our Atman, our God, and the ability to use our consciousness to express our energy, which is that feminine, the beautiful, and that expressive emotion that we feel of unlimited potential. So really think about your energy and how when you wake up and you look at your reality, become one with the feelings that you are experiencing, because that's you. There's no separation from your reality and your mind. So really look at your mind as a new book that you can study and read to learn more about how you create reality. And then we can talk more about the symbolism that exists in movies to help you then better understand the symbolism from your soul that you then experience in physical reality in your dreams. So I hope this video gave you some excitement and motivation to be more curious about your mind, but more of a conscious and aware curiosity and ability to discern your own thoughts from what serves you and what doesn't. What do you want in your movie? What do you want to experience? What do you want to invest in, write as a script for you to live and experience in your reality? So really take time for yourself to become aware of that, because that's self-love, that's self-care, and that's really taking advantage and full use of this knowledge to understand how powerful you really are in creating reality. And you are so capable of changing the world and your world. And how would you even know unless you really tried it and expressed the light that you have inside? Because I always believe that each person could be the next great flame and light that the world has ever seen. But how would you know unless you really did it and expressed it? And so that's what I hope to do with my work, to inspire you to express your creative intelligence, because that's what's going to create this new future and this new world. So thank you again for watching this video, and please have a beautiful, beautiful, inspirational, and energetic day. And don't forget to subscribe to the 58 YouTube channel and select the alert button so you're notified about every new video I release. And also subscribe to the 58 membership for more content to empower your life.